Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and the rest of us. I'd like to include everybody. I was just trying to think today about how long ago it is since I came into Bailieborough first. And I'm not quite sure of how long ago, but I remember we had a sow at home that had 14 pigs. And that was a good lot of the pigs. But of course, as often happens, when they were about 2 weeks old, 7 of them died. And I remember my father coming in with the horse and cart, bringing the 7 pigs into the town to sell them. And we came in there around that evening, my mother and us, we were children. John of the Bridge brought us in, we had no child at home. And when he got the few bob for the pigs, they bought some clothes for us. And of course that reminds me then of another story that my father used to tell me, and it must be the truth because he wouldn't tell it if it wasn't the truth. About a young fella, and I suppose he was about the same age as myself, and he never got new clothes ever in his life. It was hand-me-downs. So I don't know whether they sold pigs or what they sold, but the mother brought him to the town to buy him new clothes. And Jesse was all excited. So she got the shopkeeper to take down this pair of trousers and she'd give them to him, go in and fit them on. So he went in and fit them on, he came out, they're perfect, he says, they're perfect. She says, are you sure they're perfect? He was afraid of his life that if he didn't say they were right, that she'd take them off and he wouldn't get new trousers. So, oh, they're perfect. So when she went up to the counter anyhow, she was just about to pay the money and she turned around to him and she says, now you know what your father's like, are you sure them trousers are all right? Oh, they're perfect, Mammy, he says, they're perfect. They're just a wee bit tight on the backstops. So anyhow, a couple of years ago, a lot of people were immigrating, and I was thinking about what it must be like for young people, I'd say 20-somethings or maybe 30-somethings, to be far away from home in whatever country, and maybe some big event going on at home that they'd love to be at, know they should be at. So this is what I come up with. I'm pacing around the restaurant, texting on my mobile phone, trying to get an update on a football match back home. My club are in the final and I should be there to play. Like so many of my generation, I'm several thousand miles away. I won a senior championship medal at the age of 17 and was the first lad from our parish to get on the county team. People said you'll make it, just settle down and train. But instead of fine high feeling, I caught the emigrant plane. I thought things would be rosy here, but the crack was not the same. And I got very homesick and missed the Sunday game. So with a couple of my new friends, we started up a team and we tog out on the Sabbath and tried to live the dream. But the accents are peculiar and hard to understand. They're here from every county on the island of Ireland. And our tracksuits are different colours at training Wednesday night, and they bear the names of sponsors whose future once looked bright. Some clubs back at home now are not fit to field their teams, and the young lads and the lassies will not be back, it seems. I would love to return there, but I'm afraid I'll have to stay. So I'll never grace the sod of Croke Park on St. Patrick's Day. I'll not see my neighbours wave their flags up in the stand as I take my place in the lineup, first behind the band. Nor will I get to lift the Annie-Merrigan Cup high above my head, and I'll never get the plaudits for the mighty speech I made. But all is not lost that falls in the fire, as my mother used to say. I have a son in Ireland who was 6 years old in May. Santy came at Christmas, down the chimney, through the suit, under the tree, Bailieborough left a pair of football boots. Sinead.